I can't believe that vehicle was allowed to do Uber. Hello, my name is Daddy O. I'm going to tell you something here in a second with what I just saw. Uh, like I say, my name's Daddy O. I do a couple of faceless channels, and I do this here face channel. And last few days have been rough, but Daddy O just got a chuckle. I'm pulling out of this very, very nice hotel here. I mean, it's the nicest hotel around. They're top notch. And as I'm pulling out of there, another vehicle comes pulling in, and across the front and on the dash there, it said Uber. All right. Now, I swear to you, I think the back door on the driver's side was held on with gray tape. I know it's supposed to be 200-mile-an-hour speed tape, but let me tell you, that was funny. The back tire had no hubcap on it, and I'm not even sure it was the right tire for the vehicle. Now, when you're an Uber driver, you know, when you set up with Uber, you put in your vehicle information. It's allowed, I think it's 10 years, 15 years, something, 15 years. I think you can have a vehicle within 15 years. They don't inspect your vehicle. It's up to you to let them know. So when you tell them you have whatever model, whatever make of vehicle, that's what they take down. You know, when you send in your insurance information for them, they see on there that it's a 19 or listen to me, a 2000 whatever year, and it fits within the years it's allowed. And when they show a picture to the person that's you're going to be picking up, they show a nice vehicle. And then people pull up in what I just saw a minute ago. Oh my gosh. It looked like they might have been bringing them from the airport, which means they come from the big city. Now, I've talked before about the big city and working over there. Daddy-O, don't go over there and work. No. You never know what you're getting yourself in for over there. You never know at all. And you never know where you're going to be picking them up at exactly. And you never know exactly where you're going to be dropping them off at. So it's a big mystery on every trip. So I don't do that kind of stuff. I hang in my area. But let me tell you, the vehicle, I think it was God, what was it? I think it was a Nissan something or another. But I'm telling you, as it pulled through, it wasn't going that fast. The back door on the driver's side, I'm telling you, had gray tape holding the door, it looks like, in place there. I don't know what the other side of the vehicle looked like. I've heard stories from people before about someone picking them up one time and the door was wired. One of the doors was wired on the inside with a coat hanger holding the door in place. But that was funny, I'm telling you. So I don't know. You know, and I've told you before, if you want to do Uber and do it right, get a somewhat, and not, you know, okay, you got to make money. I understand that, you know, there are people having hard times and everything. So they get out and do the best they can. If they don't get no tips, they don't get no tips, but they go out and make some money for the day. They need that. I completely understand that. But I was not expecting that vehicle to come pulling into the nicest hotel in this part of the world where I live at. And it was comical. So Daddy-O got a little chuckle today. Yesterday he was down in the dumps a little bit trying to figure out if he was going to do any more Ubering. And today I had a chuckle doing Ubering. So that you know, that kind of makes me feel a little bit better. But it's been a good day. It's been I wouldn't say a profitable day. It's Saturday. The beach was fairly packed today. It's been a cloudy day, so it's not a whole lot of activity, a whole lot of people going here and there. I imagine in a little while some people will be going out to dinner. But, you know, come on, that was just, you know, if you've rode in a vehicle, an Uber before, I want to ask for a comment. If you've rode in an Uber before and the door was taped or it was wired or the windows wouldn't close, the sunroof wouldn't close, or you had an experience in one of those kind of vehicles, leave a comment down below. I want to hear about it, because what I just saw God, he went by too, I went by too quick coming out of there. If I could have got a picture of that dash with that green Uber thing on the window there, and a picture of that damn door, and oh man, I could have circled around. I could have went back up there and just kind of observed for a few minutes and seen what the other side of the vehicle looked like. Um, hopefully the passenger side looked a little bit better than the driver's side did. There may have been a few dents there. I couldn't really tell, but it looked like the vehicle had been through something. Now, yeah, they may have had one of those passengers. Maybe they're one of those guys, the drivers that go out at night and work the bars. I've told you the stories of a fight that happened here a couple weeks ago in my vehicle. So maybe these guys went out and worked the bars, and someone got mad at them, got out of the vehicle, and just kind of ripped the door off. There's some guys out here that can do that, or at least damage it enough that you ain't gonna close it right. Maybe that's what had happened to them. So, but yeah, if you've seen a vehicle or you rode in an Uber that has had some damage where you don't think it should have been on the road, comment about it. Let me know about it, because that'll make a good little chuckle for me. And you know what it is when you're an old man, you got to chuckle at whatever you can. And that was fun. Yeah, was not expecting to see that coming out of that place. That was for sure. But I guess you got to if you got to go to the hotel, you got to get there however you can. And if that's what pulls up in front of you, if that had pulled up in front of me, I took a trip one time. I believe it was in an Uber. I was in Colorado. My vehicle had broke down, had taken it to the Land Rover place, and I needed a ride back over to Boulder. And I believe we did ride in an Uber. And I'm telling you, the guy had no brakes. I mean, I was literally clawed into the side here, holding my breath as we were coming down some hills there, coming down into Boulder, that I was kind of concerned that next red light, we might not stop, because they were squalling. That guy's brakes that day were squalling. So yeah, there's funny things that go. I told you in another video months ago about the people, some ladies that I was taking back over to the airport one day from here, and they told me about their ride over to the island, that the kid picked them up. He picked them up, saw that there was 3 ladies in his car, to go in his car. So as he's trying to load their luggage into the back of the car, he's having to take first all of his stuff out of his trunk and pack that into the front seat. He explained to them that he was moving. They actually told me they believe he was actually living in his vehicle. So he had to load all of that stuff up there while the ladies rode in the back. They said as soon as he pulled out of the airport, he rolled the sunroof open and rolled all 4 windows down and turned on techno music and hit the interstate. Now, the ride over from there is about 40 minutes, 45 maybe, if you don't know where you're going. So he rode all the way over here with the ladies and all the windows open. Now, these ladies were dignified, and they said when they got out at that same nice hotel that their hair, you can imagine. But they were too afraid to say anything. So, yeah, I mean, come on. I've told you out here, if you're getting an Uber rider, you're an Uber rider and you're fixing to get a ride, look at what's coming for you. Not so much the car, because you don't know that it's not a picture of the original actual car. So, but look at the driver, look at the experience they've had, look at their ratings, make a judgment call, because you may want, when they pull up, to cancel that ride before you put yourself in some of these vehicles out here. Because that one there, I'm not even sure it would pass the inspection. Like I say, I don't even think the back tire on that same side I was talking about with the door, I don't even think it was the same size as the rest of the tires on that vehicle. So, word to the wise, when you're out here and you're doing Uber, it can become fun sometimes. And that was a chuckle for me right there, because I just stopped in my tracks, watched him go by, and pulled around here into the big parking lot, grabbed out my phone, did exactly what I tell you guys to do. What is it? Take your phone, turn it sideways, click on 180, and tell us what the hell happened to you today. And that one there, that was kind of comical, and I enjoyed that one. So anyway, Daddy-O out. See you guys at another time. Have a good one. Bye.